Hey, what's going on, guys? Zex Immortal here, part of G3, and I'm coming to you right now with a quick video update. I know the channel seems like it's gotten pretty quiet. We've been working on a video that encompasses around Capcom, and we're trying to figure out basically like how Capcom can bounce back from the decline that it had with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, yeah, there's the Street Fighter stuff and whatnot, but that's not what this video is about, right? The video you want to look for that is called, Does Capcom Have the Stones? That's the only hint I'll give you. But that's not what this video is about. This video is, once again, about Final Fantasy Dissidia. I want to start a series, per se, called Final Fantasy Dissidia Discuss, FFDD. And basically, I would be talking about things I feel would make the game better, things I feel the game is missing, things that would improve it, etc., etc. But I don't want to do this alone. I want to include you guys. Get you in on a discussion somehow, some way. That method I still haven't worked on in my head yet, being as I do everything via camera like this. But the method that I want to go with is the topics that I cover. If anybody has statements, questions, things they want me to touch upon, that they would leave it in the comment section below. I would refer to you by your name. Like, for example, Andre Novel says, you know, Final Fantasy Dissidia needs dedicated servers, and then I would comment on that statement, to which I agree, disagree, why I disagree, etc., etc. But I want to do it more active. I want to try and find a way to get you guys more incorporated into the conversation. Maybe a live stream or something, I'm not sure. But I'll sort that out as time goes on. I just want you guys to know that we are working behind the scenes to try and give you guys a better platform. I specifically, as you all can tell, am the face of Dissidia in terms of G3 because I fucking love the game. I just wish that they would do a couple things. So, with Final Fantasy Dissidia Discuss, I've actually laid out some topics that I'll be covering when I start this series. And these will be separate videos, separate discussion topics on separate days. So it's not all going to be crammed into one long-ass video. I probably just want to aim for 30 minutes to 40 minutes most of a discussion and move on to the next topic on another day or so. So, on my phone here, I have labeled out what I wanted to talk about and things that I feel that would make Final Fantasy Dissidia better. Now I'm just going to name the topics and a brief summary of it, and then from there I'll make videos that further explain my point. For example, the topics that I want to cover is 6-player co-op raids. I feel Final Fantasy Dissidia needs to do something that encompasses more of a cooperative front, and it proves that it can fit 6 people on one map. So I feel 6-player co-op can be a thing, but I'll touch upon that a little bit later, how raids would work and whatnot, and etc., etc. Episodic stories. Now, with every update, every character release we get like a 30-second to 1-minute little cutscene that nobody really cares about. But I feel if they do episodic stories, like animated or that beautiful CGI they did at the end of the story where they're all fighting each other and then Shinryu comes out, like, I know that would take like a very long time to do, but these episodic stories I feel they can release every month. It'll keep people coming back to the game, and it'll make people see their favorite characters in anime form or in CGI form, but the story's gotta be fucking good. It can't be nothing stupid. It's gotta be a good story in my opinion. But episodic stories. Unlockable content. Now, when I say unlockable content, what I mean is things that you cannot buy. You must play the game to get these things. Whether it be characters, summons, costumes, whatever the case may be. I feel there's too much, you know, Renoa's coming out and whatnot, and I understand they want you to pay for these characters and whatnot, but I feel what would strengthen the game is if they made unlockable content for us instead. Like, what if you could unlock Renoa, and if you want her miscellaneous accessories, you can purchase those or whatnot. I don't know. I feel unlockable content would definitely help this game. Definitely. Summon rework. We all know Shiva. She's a bad bitch. We all know that. So, why would we pick anybody else? It's very rare that you see another summon, unless you see a Cloud with Omni Slash, then he probably will pick Bahamut. But other than that, when do you really see an Odin? Like, I know some of you probably use him, but how often do you see him? You'll see a Shiva, or you'll see a fucking Bahamut, or if you have a bunch of Yashitolas, you'll probably see a Leviathan. So there definitely needs to be a summon rework, and I have a couple ideas that can fix that problem. Competitive game modes. They want this game to be esports, but they're not showing that. You know, all we do is just sit down and brawl with each other all day, and, you know, I get it, it's a PvP kind of a game, but there's more to PvP than just beat each other up. We need objectives. I'm not talking about core battles. Something similar to core battles, but this will be more on the Gears of War side. I'm not sure if some of you played Gears of War competitively or know of it, called Escalation. I'll be covering that as well. How to make Dissidia more of a competitive front and more of a huge standard to the professional gaming community. Another topic I'm going to be covering is the Encyclopedia, the world of Final Fantasy. A menu that takes you into where you can sit down and read the story of all these characters and whatnot and learn their stories. Like me, I've never played Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4. My first Final Fantasy was Tactics and then 7 and up. I've never played 6 and under. I don't know the story, I don't know the characters, I can't resonate with those characters. And newer gamers who are born in this generation, the 12 to 2000 kids and whatnot, they'll know nothing about, they probably know what they see. Cloud, Lightning, Noctis, that's about it. But it would be cool if they can be like, who is Warrior of Light? Open up the encyclopedia and read about his story. And I don't mean just like the character bio, I mean his story. A complete Final Fantasy encyclopedia for people to just open up the game, read upon the game, read the lore of certain characters, their connections with their world and whatnot, etc., etc. I feel that would really help. And the last topic I have here, to make tournaments much better, you can't be playing for plushies and posters, and nobody will take that seriously. You'll get the same faces probably and whatnot. You might have people in the local area show up because they love the game. But if you really want overseas competitors, or you want people from neighboring cities and neighboring countries to come down and play, it's gotta be for prize money. Nowadays, people don't want to play games that they can't make a career out of. It's gotta be for prize, especially if it's a tournament. Make it prize money. We don't want to play for a Mughal. I don't want to come in first place and my efforts are rewarded with a Mughal plushie. What the fuck is that? Right? So I really feel if they encompass prize money for at least top 3 positions, it would help the competitive scene. And yes, I know, dedicated servers. I know. I'm going to do my best to stay away from that because I think we all already agree upon that. Maybe I'll make that a discussion because they need to keep hearing it until they fucking do it. They can throw all the characters they want at us, but I don't think any of us will be happy until we get dedicated servers. They can fucking throw Zack at us and Tifa, and we won't care because how are we going to play them if we don't have dedicated servers? It's going to be fun doing that Meteor Smash with those laggy servers. So, you know, these are the topics that I want to touch upon. So, to review real quickly, the topics I want to touch upon is 6-player co-op raids, episodic stories, unlockable content, summon rework, competitive game modes, an encyclopedia, and prize money at tournaments. I might make prize money tournaments mixed with competitive game modes because it goes hand in hand. But yeah, so here's what you gotta do if you want to take part in the conversation. 1, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. That way when you leave a comment or whatnot, because I'm going to be going through my subscribers and I'll be pulling them in. There are other Facebook communities that I've posted this information on, and if they want in, they can definitely get in as well. But it would help if you subscribe to the channel. It would really help us out a lot. So please do that. And leave a comment down below on this video. If you see the video, I don't care where you comment on, just comment on the video, telling me that you would like to partake in the conversation somehow, and tell me what topics you want to be in. If it's all of them, then it's all of them. If it's some of them, then it's some of them. Pick the topics. I want to do my best to incorporate as many people as possible in these conversations. I will figure out how I can make it more interactive for all of us. Give me time. If you have some advice, hit me with some advice. Other than that, like I said, short 9-minute video, 10 minutes maybe, if you include the outro. I'm Zex Immortal. I got some work to do. You guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, all that stuff. It really helps out the G3 community. It really helps out us content creators. And again, let me know if you want in. I'm Zex Immortal. Subscribe to G3 and take your first step to evolution.